Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and this is the Golden Knight, the brand new legendary hero for KISLEV that's coming for you in patch 4.2. She'll be available to all those owners of Shadows of Change as she's a new addition for that, and as you can see, yep, she's pretty out there in terms of design. It's something that I'm going to have to kind of get used to, but she's a melee character and, well, KISLEV kind of needed one, so let's talk. Stat-wise, she's quite impressive considering that KISLEV has been lacking on the melee department. She is there to do a lot of damage, to take out some characters. She's a melee expert and has got a number of abilities which can make her even better, increasing her own speed, doing a lot of extra damage with Ursun's Claw, her unique item, which not only does a lot against armored troops, but also freezes them too. There's some pretty fun effects coming in this patch. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, we need to talk about how to unlock her in campaign first. So at rank 12 with any of your KISLEVite characters, you will get a quest to kill 1500 enemies in battle. Simple enough, especially if you're playing as Catherine, as pretty much everything is at war with you. But then we get a little bit of lore, which is always nice. So, the Golden Knight is KISLEV's living symbol of unification between the church and state, the greatest living warrior in KISLEVite soldiery, whose sacred duty is to ensure the peace and sanctity of KISLEV's lands, regardless of politics or bureaucracy. The current incumbent would be a powerful ally indeed, the daughter of a notable fallen companion of Boris Ursus himself, and a warrior of grim determination, Nariska Lacer, who takes notice of those who display martial supremacy in the motherland's eternal fight. Some pretty cool lore, and again why I'm a big fan of the implementation of legendary heroes, because it brings in more fluff into the game, which is very much sandbox. The quest after that is super simple. All you need to do is build up a royal barracks, not even recruit other units, so you'll have access to her fairly quickly into your campaign as you're going to be naturally building that anyway. The lore is as follows. Roused by your military successes, turn 16, the Golden Knight rides forth to protect your realm. Before she can take to the field with you, it must be sanctioned by official decree. To establish the Ice Court's jurisdiction, her service must be overseen by a royal barracks. Again, something that you're naturally going to be building because you want to get the better foot troops anyway. Even though the KISLEVite warriors, which we'll be talking about in another video, are very good, you still want to get the heavily tiered ones. So yeah, pretty good. And straight after, just like all the other legendary heroes, you'll get a dilemma, which has a little bit of lore. The Golden Knight arrives, consecrated by the cult of Ursun and decreed by the Ice Court, a beacon of strength and an icon of KISLEV. As the most feared combatant in the Motherland's ranks, her influence on the battle lines will be immense, while her late father's association with Boris Ursus affords her considerable bureaucratic gravitas, which could be of use to you. Which role will you give her first? So you've got two options. These are buffs for 7 turns, which provide you with the following. Icon of KISLEV gives you diplomatic relations plus 35 with other KISLEVite factions, and global recruitment capacity plus 1. Not really the best, if I'm completely honest with you. The second one is Wrath of KISLEV. Recruitment cost minus 10% for Ice Guard units for all armies, and Attribute, immune to psychology for Tsar Guard units for all armies. A bit better. The only difference is, unless you're recruiting these troops, if you've got the buildings, it's a little bit not great. It's better for Seitung the Watcher, that's for sure. I'm not sure why this is the case here, but as per usual, the character starts off spawning directly next to your faction leader, so if you're playing as Catherine, she'll start off with her 3 items already, which make her very, very strong as it stands. It's a pretty cool character overall, it's got some good bonuses already, including the really powerful attack. She also has her unique trait too, which is quite good. Diplomatic relations plus 10 with KISLEV factions, recruitment rank plus 1 for Tsar Guard units in the Hero's Army, and spell resistance 5% a bonus for Hero's Army once again. So if you're dealing with Tzeentch factions or anything that's kind of spellcaster heavy, this is going to be the one for you. And again, you're going to want her anyway, right? All the legendary heroes that you can get with each of your factions are always going to be the most beneficial to you. So skill-wise, she's actually got quite a few. From the main skill line, you've got access to a bunch of bonuses towards herself to make her even killier, which is going to be useful for you, especially if you play higher difficulties. Just loads and loads and loads of bonuses, even getting more hit points, armor, pretty much everything that you can expect. You also get cooldowns towards your Ursun's Claw ability, and also more diplomatic relations with KISLEV factions, which to me just sounds bizarre, considering that you're going to be confederating very early, And the others, I mean, they're just going to die out. It's super weird. But yeah, other than that, you've got then bonuses towards some units and so on. So getting some bonuses towards your army, the accompanying lord, also extra ward saves, extra cooldown to spells. This is a character that you're going to want with a Druzina or a Boyar or even an Ice Witch, as it's a character that is one of these things with legendary heroes. At least in my opinion, you want them with the generics because the legendary lords already are powerful enough as it is, unless you want a really stacked army, but this means that you can have a generic hero being as powerful as a generic lord, especially since this one buffs up Ice Guard and the Zarguard really, really well, so you'll be able to really dominate the battlefield. My only real complaint is that she's always got a sword and shield. It would have been nice if she would have had a different type of weapon when it came to being mounted, but I mean, that's fine. It's just one of these things that is something which would be nice to see in Total War, but we haven't seen that yet. But yeah, as a character, she's pretty good. I have noticed that she is better on foot than she is mounted, but that's usually been the case because of how animations work. If you don't know, that animations are pretty much what triggers the damage, so yeah, I mean, it's still good, and she is still able to really get some punches out there. She's good at killing characters. That's the way I've seen it. If you've got her mounted, have her go after a character. She does quite a bit of splash damage, though, so you're still going to get quite a lot there. That's the effect of the frozen stuff, which is really, really cool, actually. It's nice seeing characters getting special effects like that, especially when they're supposed to be big names in the franchise. But yeah, if you've got a fighting 1-to-1 versus a character, she will absolutely dominate. I've got a fighting against a Plague Ridden here, and, sorry, a Herald of Nurgle. The Plague Ridden is a hero, and yeah, pretty much very fast deleting it. She'll take some damage until you start boosting her up. In campaign, it's going to be easy to get her up and running, especially with what she can do. And yeah, she'll be a really good character killer. She's very, very good if you've got her on foot against a lot of foot troops too, especially because of that splash damage. I feel confident in saying that she plugs a hole that KISLEV really, really did need plugged. It's not a bad thing at the end of the day, because keep in mind that you do have Ulrika. She's a very good hero. She's very good at what she does, but melee capacity for a faction, which is going to be at the forefront of melee, is quite important. Because if you're playing with a faction in KISLEV, so this would be Kostaltin or Zarina, or even as Boris Ursus, who's further up north, there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of factions that are going to be doing a lot of damage for you. It's not so much noticeable when it comes to Mother Ostankia, as you're going to be dealing with Dark Elves, and they're fairly squishy as it stands, especially if you know how to hit them hard, or just get them in the right ways. But like Chaos Warriors being so heavily armored, a lot of melee, this is quite beneficial. So yeah, let me know what you guys think regarding about the Golden Knight in the comments below. There's loads more videos to come today. I'm saying that because I'm not sure if she's going to be last or she's going to be first or what video, you know. But yeah, there's a lot to come. Have a great day, guys. I'll see you all again very, very soon.